Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Zoop here, and today we're going to have a final review of the USN Tier 9 Premium Destroyer USS Benham. I previewed it once, I've updated it twice, but now that it's out, she deserves a full review. I'm going to review her as set up by me with my captain skills and modules. With that being said, this is my current and preferred captain skill setup for my 3 and 4 skill point slots. In level 3, I take 4 skills right now. I use Survivability Expert, which I tend to select with high tier DDs for the extra HP. It doesn't allow you to take some of the more beefier torps if you can't avoid them. I also take Torpedo Armament Expert, BFT, and Superintendent, though you can likely skip on Superintendent and use it for other things if you use premium consumables. Your choice. The only level 4 skill I take is Concealment Expert. For my upgrades, I take Torpedo Tubes Mod 3 in the 6 slot, Concealment Expert in the 5 slot, Steering Gears in the 4 slot, AA Guns Mod 1 in the 3 slot, and lastly, I use the Defensive AA Upgrade in the 2 slot, if you have one of those laying around. The stats on my ship with these skills and settings are as follows. Survivability on the Benham with Survivability Expert is 17,650 hit points. My 4 127mm guns have a range of 12.6 kilometers, that's base, and a reload of 3 seconds, which is helped in part by BFT. My 65-knot 10.5 kilometer torpedoes have a max damage of 15,200 hit points, and they reload in, wait for it, 65 seconds. That's right, with the captain skill and module, you can pump out 8 torpedoes per side every single minute. That's pretty crazy for 8 torpedoes alone, but you have 16, 8 on each side. This makes the Benham a Shimakaze Clemson hybrid. With Sierra mics, you have a top speed of 38.3 knots with the option for engine boost. I've been running defensive fire, but might switch it out because I'm not coming across enough CVs to justify having it. Turning circle is a tight 560 meters with a 2.7 rudder shift. I mentioned I take rudder shift, and here's why. You want that 2.7 second rudder shift because you have to swing your ship around to launch your other side of torps. The faster that you can accomplish this, the better. Concealment on the Benham is a respectable 5.9 kilometers. So, let's review this ship. Starting with offensive. I think the torpedoes more than speak for the abilities of this ship. The slight buff that they got also makes them a lot more comfortable in heavy radar-laden games. Prior to release, and at one point, the torpedoes were only 9.2 kilometers. However, now, at 10.5, you are just at the radar range of many ships. The fact that you can spit out 8 torpedoes every 65 seconds per side takes this ship to the next level. Area denial, offensive attacks, it doesn't matter. You have a lot of torps to spam, and it's enough to make any ship, and I mean any, think about pushing on you. While your guns aren't superb, they aren't bad either, and they do the trick. Against non-gunboat destroyers, they're more than fine. Premium smoke, which is both offensive and defensive, lasts for 127 seconds when using premium, with about a 2.5 minute reload. For offensive capabilities, I give the Benham a solid 9. She's a torp boat, and a scary one at that. Defensive. Defensively, Benham can hold her own. All her offensive weapons make for great defensive countermeasures. You're also throwing in some pretty good AA with the option for defensive fire. This helps you even more if CVs are around. You can melt tier 8 planes out of the sky, which is quite nice. While a concealment is not super low, 5.9 is more than enough to get the job done, so defensively, Benham gets a solid 8. Maneuverability. This is another strong point of the Benham. She's fast, she turns quick, and has a slim profile. A lot of fast ships can be sluggish. Not the Benham though, and that's important because of your torp racks on both sides. She's a very comfortable and enjoyable ship to move about the map. For her maneuverability, Benham gets a solid 9. Competitive is something that's hard to judge at Tier 9 for destroyers. There aren't many other premiums really, outside of the Black, which offers the all-important radar, and the Zombie Nustra Shimmy. Those are hidden behind steel though, unlike the Benham, which is available through a very hard grind in the Rogue Wave event, or by buying a ton of fuel tokens that would cost a lot. For competitive, ships like the Kitakaze and Jutland are going to be a much better bet. I might be tempted just to try Benham because of the torps, but if you get caught by any DD at this tier in a gunfight and competitive, it's gonna hurt. For that, the Benham gets a 6. Fun factor, this ship is my jam. It's like the Shimikaze of old. The gameplay keeps you on your feet because you're always doing something. That's just how it is with torps that reload every minute. Fun and engaging is a perfect description, and because she's one of the first destroyers in a long time that I've truly enjoyed, I'm giving her a 10 for the fun factor. Overall, Benham gets a solid 8.5, only being brought down by her competitive capabilities. So here's my final take. The force is strong with this destroyer. It's brought back that loving feeling to DDs for me. It's unique and it's not cookie cutter. It's capable, but it's balanced. The only problem is, it's hard to get right now. The missions are grindy, and if you miss even a few days, you'll have to buy crates for fuel tokens. Outside of the Rogue Wave event, we don't even know when and if she'll be available again. If you didn't complete any missions in the Rogue Wave event, which I find hard to believe, but if you didn't, just be aware she costs 800 fuel tokens. You get 15 per premium container. I don't need to do the math to know that that is not worth it for this ship or for any ship. That would cost you a buttload of money. Hopefully, you completed most of the missions if you want this ship. Hopefully also, she'll be available down the road as a coal boat at some point in the future, because I highly recommend her. She's just a lot of fun to play. So there you have it. This is the Benham Tier 9 Premium USN Destroyer. Tell me what you think about her, and if you're currently grinding for her. I'm interested to know. I know the Rogue event's not going to last much longer, so you better get out there and get those tokens if you do want her. You know, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, throw me a like, and if you're a long-time watcher but haven't subscribed yet, now's the time to do it. I don't know why, just because I'm saying it is. Whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. I am out.